wasn't planning on doing all that. I just wanted a cool little video of me driving up that. That's why you drive in four-wheel drive, not two. Oh well, that was pretty fun. Hey everyone, Dylan here with XXL Land Services. On today's job, we're doing some tree removal. We are extending a parking pad area, as well as creating a little pad for a, for that thing. Well, start the trees, go in order. So this grove of trees is gonna go, these right here are gonna go as well. The client brings trailers back here. They want to open it up, make it a little easier. This is actually a 1,000-acre property that a developer that I'm friendly with is developing. So I'll show you on the way out what it looks like. But I shot my first two deers here, a buck and a doe, same day, same night actually, out here. Now there's a house there, so it's a little different. But we're working at, they call this the blue barn because it's blue and more steely. Anyway, basically this is their little hideaway part of it. They got a nice little hunting area back out there. There's a river that runs through there, so it's a real nice property. So basically what we're doing is just making ease of access for them. So going through, we're going to regrade the road and finish it off so there's not any big ruts. Remove those trees, remove this grove of trees because they bring trailers in, it's hard to move it. And then we're going to smooth out the grade so there's not that big lip right here going to the concrete. Kind of smooth this out and then extend it out just about that silt fence so they can pull in with a trailer and then back right up to the barn. And then also over here, this big tank, I'm not moving it, but there's going to be a pad that's going to be built right here coming right off the concrete to about there. So I may have to push it over to build the corner of it, but that'll then get put here and replumbed and have someone else do that. So yeah, that's a heck of a hole. This must be for the treatment facility. Yeah, I used to dump brush over there. That's crazy. I was here when he bought the property, so I've seen it when it was totally raw land to now it's very different. But anyway, so first thing we're gonna do is knock down this grove of trees, work on those trees, and then all the material is up there. I'm gonna be driving it back here. If it's not too muddy, I'm not getting stuck, I'll do it. And if it's not, we may have to push it off, but I think we'll be fine. I wanna at least start this pad because that's the most pressing matter, because then have someone else coming after me. But anyway, let's start by knocking these down. All right, that's all done. Did have a little accident, hit that, but that's just cosmetic. I'll let him know. Worst comes to worst, we'll get that little piece replaced. But that's all over there. Just got the tank moved over, moved some brush over there. Now we got to remove this grouping right here. right, now that all that's done, I'm gonna leave the stumps high for right now, just so I can see what I'm doing, because I'm gonna start bringing material back. So that's the top side of the property, and they're clearing up there. That's a big company doing that job. So they're gonna mulch. There's all this brush right here. They're gonna mulch all that. That's an excavator, and then that's a top grinder. Those things are insane. Anyway, back to my life. Yeah, I'm gonna leave those tall, so when I'm backing down, I'm gonna have to back down the entire way because there's not much for me to turn around. I could, you know, pull in and back and this and that, but it'll be easier just to back straight in, and then that way I don't have to fight with it too much. But yeah, we're gonna start laying dirt now. So I loaded the first load up, and I wanted to make sure it dumped, and the battery's dead. This was happening on my brother's truck, where I wouldn't charge off the truck, but now it's happening on mine. So luckily he had a cord, so I'm just gonna run it to my truck. Run it through the back glass, and then right to the charger there. So I'm just gonna wait here for a little bit and let this charge, but not gonna figure out why this is not charging off of the 12 volt, off of the 7-pin. So fun. Take a break. All right, we were able to, I don't know why it's only me out here. The problem with the battery being dead was not that the truck wasn't charging it. It was, one second, that when this morning I was backing it around, and this got pulled, which connects for the brakes on it, which is another problem because that's been pulled for a while when I drove here, and the brakes weren't activating, so I gotta figure that out. But that's for another day. So basically that was draining the battery, and that when I went and plugged it in the first time, that was still plugged, so it was just draining it as fast as I could charge it. But now it's working. So now I'm gonna back it down, and then of course, me being me, I overloaded it, so dump. So we'll do a little thing with that. We'll lift it and hop in that, lift it some more, and I'll get it dumped. But first things first, let's get it back there. So I left the truck there because that's where it started slipping. I got it on the first charge to about here, second one there, third there, fourth where it sits. So there's only like this area of dirt. I got the rest of it out and moved it over there. So we're just going to charge up a little more, and then I'm going to dump this the rest of the way. At least that's the plan. And then once that gets dumped, go take lunch to let this battery charge. That's the plan. We'll see what happens. All right, let's see what we got. I think this will be the one. Beautiful. Okay. And I can't pull forward because of the fence. So we'll make it work. I'll just back drag part of it out with the skid and then dump it, or get it to where I can at least move and then dump it where I wanted to actually dump it. Good morning, back at the job site. Past Thanksgiving already, so I've been gone for like 11 days. It's a real good trip, but ready to get back to work. I was at a different job site this morning, but the dumpster delivery people are down a couple drivers, so they couldn't get there, so I sat there for like an hour and a half waiting, and they never showed. So they're gonna do that delivery whenever they get delivered. I have to get this done first. It's finally dry enough down here where I can drive the truck down there. And this dump trailer is now working properly. So I'm gonna get this enclosed back up, put the ramps back in, and then get the rest of that dirt moved down there, and then I can at least get at everything flattened out. And if I have time, hopefully if everything goes quickly and this works and it smooths out relatively easily, I might be able to get it done, because all I have left over here is extending that, cut those stumps, and fill in a few little things. That was extra on the driveway right here to fill in the lower spots if I have any material left. There was a lot more material here when I started, besides that pile. They used a lot of it to fill in this and a few holes over here, but that's kind of extra if we can get to it. So yeah, I'm gonna get this closed up, start moving that dirt. So I got about 4 loads dumped. They were dumped over here, pushed them in. I don't need this much dirt because we're gonna pretty much feather it in to this grade right here. So what I'm gonna do is take about this section from about here this way, push it that way, and that should be enough dirt, and then we're really gonna feather it in and see how it looks. Again, basically giving them enough space to come in, pull a trailer in, back into the shop. So this is what it looks like before, and I'm gonna get working at it and see how I can split it out. So this is what it looks like when it's all pretty much smoothed out. I am not done with this. I still have to come back and run a compactor over it, but the compactor is not available until Friday. But then we're also supposed to get storms on Thursday. Today's gonna be Tuesday, and tomorrow I'm starting a new job. So a little back and forth going on here, but there are still some divots here. We'll fill that in. I'm gonna smooth that out one more time, and then just run the machine with a bucket full of dirt, because the machine's about 8 with the dirt, so you're doing a good ground pressure because it's smaller. Just kind of run this up and down as much as I can to compress it just enough to where they can use it if they need to. But it turned out real good. Height wise, I'm very happy with it. I ended up just using just about a bucket full of height dump right here, so it's just one scoop and then just back drag it from there. They didn't need it completely level coming off, so it does slope slightly this way, but you can drive on this no problem. You could park a camper here, again, no problem at all. And I didn't want to go all the way up to the silt fence because eventually that will be coming down. I don't want to make it hard for the guys that do that. But yeah, everything turned out real happy. I'm real happy how this turned out. And then I should be back on Friday to run the compactor over it, cut these stumps, and then that's not me, but they're finally getting that moved over, so it'll be nice. Maybe on Friday we'll have that done and show you guys what that looks like all finished. But so yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'll be back on Friday. Right now I'm headed back to a job I was in the morning, filled up a dumpster, so we'll be back on Friday. So we're back at last day for the job, and we got an excavator ripping up our road. So luckily there's he ripped the silt fencing out enough we can kind of get around them with the equipment. No trucks, but that'll be fine. All we gotta do today is run the compactor over it, compact that area down there, and then cut the stumps. So I'm gonna have my brother run the compactor, get that compacted. While I get those stumps cut, then I'll use the skid to backfill in the areas we need. So hour and a half maybe all finished up out here. It won't come up the hill. It dies off, so he's gonna try to get a running start. If not, he'll just drive his truck down there. But let's see how it goes. No. Oh. Return that. I had to go get And then I'm out to pick up some PVC for another job we're doing down the road. So yeah, we're gonna get this finished up and hopefully get the other job finished up so I can get paid. That'd be nice. All right, all finished up at this one. They got the 2 tanks on the pad, which I'm actually glad I made it as big as I did because they were only gonna do 1, but since I made it bigger, they were able to do 2. So that worked out great. We got all this compacted, real nice and smooth. It's not 100% perfect, smooth, but it's more than smooth enough for them to drive trucks on and just turn around and whatnot. Got this all nice and smooth up as well, so you're not gonna have to make that little jump anymore. All the trees were cut down. Just went and got all the stumps cut as well. So yeah, 3-day job I'd say, but it was just weather and whatnot kind of made it longer just because of the rain we had earlier. Fixed a few divots up in front over there. But yeah, everything turned out real happy. I'm real happy how this turned out. It all turned out very, very well. I'm gonna let the client know that I'm all done, and then I'm going to head off to the next job.